We're here with Yale's senior track and field athlete, Bevin Peters, and we'll talk a little bit about something the track and field team is organizing coming up on May 2nd. It's Run for Africa, and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, last year we were approached by some members of the organization Party for a Cause. They help on-campus groups organize activities for charitable causes, and they thought, hey, maybe the members of the track and field team would be interested in doing something. And so instead of throwing a big party or just having like a special dinner, we decided we'll do what we know best. We're going to try and organize a 5K road race. So we decided to throw one this spring, and it's going to benefit the organization Shoe for Africa, which works in Africa to basically just promote HIV and AIDS awareness and other health initiatives, and just basically empower people through sports.
And the run itself is going to take place in the area of the Yale Bowl. You said it's 5K. Can someone like me join it, or is it just for track nuts?
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is definitely a community event. Everybody is invited, even people who just want to walk the 5K. All ages and abilities are welcome. And so we basically just want to get the word out about the cool work that Shoe for Africa is doing and just raise support for that. And all the proceeds are going to be going to Shoe for Africa and also to shipping shoes over to Africa that we'll be collecting up until the event happens.
How was that organization, Shoe for Africa, selected?
Well, actually, I had heard about this when I went to Kenya 2 summers ago. I was staying at a training camp where they actually have their head offices for Shoe for Africa. And I'd heard about the organization a little bit before that, but there I really actually got to meet some girls who had actually benefited from getting free shoes from Shoe for Africa and being encouraged to run, and seeing how really how big of a difference the events that Shoe for Africa was putting on were making in the community. So I had told a few people on the team about that, and they thought, hey, this would be a great a great organization to raise money for.
What led to you going to Africa?
Well, I actually had been to Tanzania before my senior year of high school, and had always realized I was probably going to go back. And so I actually ended up taking Swahili as a language for the first 2 years at Yale, and my professor had encouraged me to go abroad and really get a feel for the areas where the language is spoken, and also just practice my skills. And so he helped me organize a trip to Kenya, and I went with the Berry Travel Fellowship, so Yale helped fund my trip. So.
Do you want to go back at some point and see maybe some of the good work that Shoe for Africa and other causes are doing there?
Definitely. I'm really hoping to go back in the next year or two. Obviously, it's a pretty big commitment in terms of time and also raising money to go there. But I definitely would like to see all of the people that I met there the first time around and just sort of see how things are transforming. And also, there was a lot of violence after the elections last winter, and I'd really like to see what other work needs to be done since I obviously haven't seen all the devastation after that incident.
You've been fully absorbed here at Yale. Let's talk about track and field for a little bit, and what has your experience competing on that team been like?
It's just been an awesome experience. Obviously, it's very difficult to try and balance school life with sports outside of that, but it's just been very rewarding. I've had awesome teammates, and it's just been a really special thing to actually compete for Yale and know what it is to be a Yale athlete, and it's just been a great experience for me.
At Yale, people always talk about the tradition and the history, and with athletic programs, it's there as well. And in track and field, you've got Mark Young, who's the coach, who's kind of walking and living and running history here. What's that been like to compete on one of his teams?
It's really great because he understands what's necessary to do to be a good student athlete. Since he went to Yale, he understands that it's very difficult to run at the Ivy League championships when you're in the middle of finals week. And so he's very understanding and very supportive of everything we do, whether it's on the track or off the track. And also he just has so many great stories about all of the years he's been coaching here and the years he's competed. And it really makes all of us realize how special it is to be on the Yale track team, and that this is a tradition that's going to stick with us for the rest of our lives, and that we're going to look back on fondly and remember.
Certainly sounds like you've committed yourself fully to the undergraduate experience here at Yale. What might be next after graduation?
Well, I have a job lined up for next year, so I'll be in New York working, hopefully close enough that I can come back and still try and visit practices and see meets for the team over the next couple of years.
Great. And just to recap, May 2nd is Run for Africa, and if anyone wants more information, go to yalebulldogs.com.
Yeah, there's a link from the front page that'll be yalebulldogs.com/runforafrica if you're looking for it.
All right, well, I'll see you out there. So thank you very much, and good luck with all that, Bevin.
All right, thank you.
That's Bevin Peters.